Hey guys, how's it going? So today we're going to be talking about what to do after you find a property that you want to put under contract as a real estate wholesaler. This is the last video in this series about how to wholesale property. What I'm going to do after this video is actually make a template that's going to be a separate video. It's probably going to be 15-20 minutes long, explaining every single part of real estate wholesaling from the beginning to the end. So anyone that has questions of what to do, what's their next step, should not have any more questions after watching that video. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and leave the comments down below if there's any particular part of wholesaling you want me to include in that video. So the situation is you found a property that you think is going to be good and you want to put out the contract. You either found that property on PropStream, you drove for dollars, or whatever marketing method that you use, and you found a property that is distressed, or just the seller wants to sell for a good price for you as a wholesaler. What do you do next? Well, it's actually pretty simple after that, as long as the seller is understanding and you know what to do. So at this point, you already talked to them, right? So you have their phone number, you have their email. What you will have to do is prepare a contract, and you agree on all the terms of the contract before sending it. So you agree on the deposit, contingency period, what title company is handling the closing. All that stuff needs to be discussed before you send the contract, because you don't want to either scare them off or go back and forth many times. So let's just say you agreed on $500 deposit, you agreed that blah 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 company is handling the title closing, and you agreed on 15-day contingency period, which is kind of what you really try to go for. You try to have at least 10-15 days to find the buyer. Now your question is, which is I get this question a lot, is what kind of contract should I use? I can't tell you what legally you need to do. You have to consult with a lawyer, a real estate lawyer, or a real estate agent just to help you out. But I can tell you what I do. What I do is I use as-is purchase and sale agreement that's approved by Florida Bar. Every state has their own as-is purchase and sale agreement. So what you pretty much gonna have to do is type in Google as-is purchase and sale agreement for and your state. So as is purchase and sale agreement for Florida. And most of the time, like whenever I did it, I pretty much the first Google search came up with the contract. Using an official document can be a double-edged sword. The good part about it, the seller is actually gonna know you're serious most of the time when they see that contract and they go through it. The bad part about it is sometimes the sellers will be overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that's in the contract, and they're just gonna be like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't even know if this guy is really not screwing me up. I don't know what's going on. Those as-is purchase and sale agreement, they're very intuitive. You will be able to fill them out with no problem. If you do have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Or also you can go to my social media, my Instagram or my TikTok, and DM me there, and you can ask me questions. But okay, so you have it all filled out and you try to send it to the seller. You have two options of sending it actually. You can either send it over PDF or over e-sign, which I use DocuSign, which is the most widely used one. It's very simple and a lot of people are okay with it. Even the oldest people can still use it. I had to walk some people through it on the phone and explain to them what to do, but it's not that bad. I've had people not being able to find DocuSign when they send it to the email. I think it went to the spam folder for some reason, but they just don't really check it. So you have to send them the PDF file, and then they're gonna have to print it out and then email it back to you. So that's okay, but it just takes some extra steps. So sometimes if you can do DocuSign or you can do any other e-sign website, that's better. Because after they sign it, they also get the copy of the contract, and you get the copy of the contract right away instantly. So now you made sure the contract is assignable and you made sure that you're good to go. And that's also gonna be on the contract. It's very easy. So now you have the property on the contract. So what do you do after that? You pretty much just find buyers. Like I already have made a video about how I find cash buyers. I'm gonna leave the link down below. And after you find buyers, you have to make an assignment contract. Assignment contract is a little bit less complicated actually. There are many assignment contracts. As big guys like Jerry Norton, they actually provide you assignment contracts. You can use it. They have it on their YouTube pages. So if you want, you can get one from there. I actually just literally just Googled an assignment contract approved for Florida, and I looked at the one that actually I like and that I can understand everything that's written in there, and that's what I use. Couple things you just want to make sure your assignment contract, the way it is, you want to make sure you have a decent deposit. So that's deposit that's not refundable unless the title comes back not clear, which at that point it's kind of just your job to actually give it back to them, because I feel like that's the only right thing to do. If the title company is holding the money, they will give it back to the buyer without questions asked. Another thing you gotta make sure the assignment contract says is that there can't be any changes done to the original purchase and sale agreement without talking to you. So you have to have your name on that part of the contract that says no changes can be done to underlying contract without blah 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 blah. Again, I'm not a real estate attorney. I'm just telling you what I do to prevent from any problems happening. But either way, after that, it's pretty simple. I already made a video about how to find cash buyers, which is down below. I made a video about how to find leads, which is also down below. I made a video down below that talking about different skip traces services. So all that is gonna be down below. But like I said, stay tuned. I'm gonna make a template from the beginning to the end. I'm actually gonna use my own notebook. When I started learning wholesale, I made a notebook out of 7 main points of wholesaling. I'm going to go step by step how I learned it so you guys can learn as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like this video. This helps a lot. This actually boosts the video in the YouTube searches and it shows that people enjoy watching this video. Subscribe, comment, and as always guys, peace.